Hey there, guys. Zeke the Geek here, talking about some news that just dropped this morning. And yes, yes. Okay, so for those of you who may have missed it on my social media or um or whatever, for those of you who may have missed it on my social media, let me go ahead and bring up what I am so incredibly happy about. As long as Twitter lets me get back on. Okay, good. um, I thought Elon Musk was gonna keep me out. Okay. Um, why did I even say that on camera? Anyway, all right. So there was a little something that dropped this morning. We got our first poster for the new Spider-Man film, the sequel to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Got our first poster for it today, and fans started to notice there was a little character that looked very familiar. They saw a version of Spider-Man that looked very similar to the Spectacular Spider-Man. Well, according to Christopher Miller, who's one of the writers slash producers of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. A fan had asked him if that was the Spectacular Spider-Man right at the bottom, in the bottom right. To which Chris Miller then responded with, yes. And so it is confirmed, guys. The Spectacular Spider-Man is going to appear in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. And to that I say, fuck yeah! Sorry for my language, but I'm so happy. I'm so legitimately happy about this. I am so legitimately happy. Okay, for those of you who maybe don't know, okay, the Spectacular Spider-Man is... You know what? Screw it. I'll say it. In the same conversation, a lot of people, yes, and I love Batman the Animated Series. I love Batman the Animated Series. I love the Justice League Animated Series. I grew up watching that stuff. It's great. It's amazing. The Spectacular Spider-Man cartoon is, in my opinion, the greatest superhero cartoon we have ever had, ever. Not just the best Spider-Man cartoon, the best superhero cartoon we've ever had, period. What that show did so well, and what most comic book adaptations in general don't do well, is really bring a certain aspect of the comic book to life. And for me, the Spectacular Spider-Man animated series, it is the comic book. It is the story of Peter Parker brought to not the big screen, but the small screen. And I thought the way that show was written, the way the portrayal of Peter Parker is, in my opinion, the best portrayal of Peter Parker we've ever had in any movie, TV show, video game, whatever. And for me, I have been waiting because we got season 2 of the Spectacular Spider-Man, and unfortunately, it kind of just disappeared, And so, to finally hear that this iteration of Spider-Man, this iteration of Peter Parker, is making his comeback in my opinion, one of the most my most anticipated movie of next year. And for him to appear in a sequel to what I believe is the greatest comic book movie of all time. Yes, I know. A lot of people are going to be mad when I said that, but for me, in my opinion, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is the greatest comic book movie of all time. But that's just my opinion. I know a lot of people don't agree with that, and that's fine. You do what makes you happy. But for me, my opinion, it was my favorite. It's my favorite comic book movie of all time. And so to see that this iteration, my favorite iteration of Spider-Man, is making... And look, I am fully aware. For all we know, this could be just a tiny little... This could be a 5-second cameo. For all we know, this could be a 5-second cameo. Okay? For all we know, the Spectacular Spider-Man could come in, wave to the camera, and just be on his way. For all we know, that's what this could be. But hearing this news, I am just happy. I am just so happy. I am so happy that we are getting this iteration of Spider-Man back especially on the big screen. I am just so happy. Somebody out there has been hearing me cry and complain. Somehow, Phil Lord and Chris Miller probably watch my YouTube channel and have heard me cry and complain about how much I want to see this show back. I wouldn't be surprised if they listened to my Spectacular Spider-Man retrospective on the Web Slingers podcast. I wouldn't be surprised if they heard that and went, you know what, let's make him happy. And pulled it and just threw him in there. Maybe that's why they delayed the film. Because remember, it was supposed to come out in October of this year. Maybe that's why they pushed it back to the summer. Because maybe they were like, hey, let's bring in a character and do this just for Zeke. And if you did, Phil Lord, Chris Miller, I love you. I respect you. Now, please, direct a Spectacular Spider-Man animated movie. Please. Direct a Spectacular Spider-Man animated film, because that would be awesome. But anyway, guys, that will do it for my quick thoughts on this. I'm sure I'm going to be talking about this a lot more on the final episode of the Web Slingers podcast, which will drop this upcoming Saturday, Christmas Eve. For those of you wondering, Christmas Eve. You'll get the final episode of the Web Slingers podcast, and the final Zeke Said So show drops this upcoming Friday, December 23rd. So make sure you guys go and make sure you're subscribed to the podcast and share the podcast, and make sure you guys like and share this video because it's going to help a lot more people see it. We got big plans for 2023, and I would like for you to join us then. And with all that down, guys, that will do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe. I think I subscribe to the channel because Zeke the Geek said so. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.